Hey beautiful human, thanks for clicking on this video. Welcome back to The Struggle. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Rose. I am on a struggle fitness journey, and today is day 11 of that journey. Day 11 because every 75 days, or I guess technically like every 80 days, I start a new cycle. So we're on day 11 of this third cycle of the struggle journey. Today was Sunday, and if you're returning, then you know Sundays or the ultimate definition of a struggle day. And there's always something I forget to do or something that seems to be a struggle. Today was no different. Today was no different. I don't have many clips for you. It's just really my food today because, let's see, I woke up today with a little headache and did some hydration. And I think it's because I was hungry because I woke up really hungry. Even though I had so much food yesterday, my calories were a lot higher yesterday is what I should say. But yeah, so I woke up, the first thing I had was leftovers of that soup that I made yesterday. That didn't really do much for me. So I had the soup, and then right after, maybe like 10-15 minutes after, I ended up having a breakfast sandwich with some Brooklyn bread, had 2 eggs, some bacon, a little bit of avocado, and like a little bit of spinach, and that was breakfast. I did intend to have some fruits with it, but they kind of fell. Like with the headache that I had, I was a little discombobulated. So I had like maybe 3 blackberries and a tablespoon of pomegranate seeds, so barely anything. So that was breakfast. And then I ended up going for a nature walk. Jason, we met at a park and we did an outdoor workout together, and we went to the same park I've been to before, but it was like different parts of the park I didn't know existed. So it was a really nice walk. The weather today was so gorgeous, like a good 65, 70. It was perfect. So that was that part. And then let's see, I came home starved. When I tell you starved, I was so hungry. My head was like bursting out of my neck. I don't know, but I was really hungry. So I whipped up the quickest meal possible. I had some rice left over from earlier this week. I took a turkey patty, I crumbled that up, put it in a pan, put some cabbage, some carrots, and then later on I decided to throw an egg in there. And that was my next meal. It wasn't quite a stir fry, but it has stir fry components. So that meal was simple, it was delicious, and thank you, Jesus, because that's just what I needed. Then after that, Pat made some like funky chicken. It tasted good, it wasn't so bad. And I just threw that on top of some mixed greens with some tomatoes. No tomatoes. Carrots, onions, balsamic vinaigrette, and y'all, I thought I had avocado, but turns out somebody ate it. So I had like half an ounce of avocado. And that was my meal. Let's see. Yeah. Did I eat anything else? Yes, I ate more for the day, but I'm trying to see if I ate anything after that. Oh, today I finally made it to the spa. Well, it's not a spa per se, but like this little massage place that I like to go to. Before quarantine, I used to go every Sunday or at least every other Sunday just to kind of massage my muscles and, you know, work out the kinks. But since quarantine and since this whole pandemic, I haven't been going as often. And today I was reminded maybe I should try to wiggle that back in. I went. When I tell you that man worked my muscles, he worked my muscles. I had to tip him real well because he did such a good job. And it wasn't one of those like typical American masseuse places where they're just like, oh, you know. I went where like elbow. I'm talking about this man stretched my freaking arms like back here, stretched my like what's it called, my quads and hamstrings. It was the best. I think it was like $49 for, it was like 30 minutes back and body, and then the other 30 minutes was on, I forgot what they call the feet thing. It wasn't just your typical foot massage, but y'all, it was so good. It was actually, I think the reason it's so cheap is because you know how like standard American massages, you have your own private little room, it's just you and the masseuse and things like that. This place is kind of like what you would see at a mall. So it's chairs, like massage chairs lined up, not massage chairs, but chairs where you're getting massaged on, kind of lined up. The room is set, the music is on. So if you have a problem with strangers next to you sleeping or getting massaged, then that's not the place for you. But when I get there and he starts working on my feet, I knock out, and then I don't wake up until I had to turn around for my back to be worked on. So I had a nice nap, and I woke up. I tell y'all, I'm ready to take on the week. I'm ready for the beating my body's about to take, but I definitely needed this break. I had some lower back pain from, I don't know if I even posted this video, but I tried biohackers for a week, and like on the last day, my back, I did too much, let's just say that. And that had been hurting since like Thanksgiving. And so I think he worked that out. I had to find out tomorrow, because when I sit for work, it hurts me more than when I work out. So we'll see about that. But y'all, I felt so good. Then I came home and had dinner. For dinner, I ended up having a king crab, steamed king crab with some steamed broccoli and some air fried sweet potatoes. Just a simple basic meal. The king crab I pick up from BJ's. It comes in just like huge box with about 5 servings for $50. Yeah, when I got to the register and it rang up for $50, I was like, $50. But then I think about how much it was when I used to order it, because Uber Eats, that one of the things I ordered a lot during quarantine was a seafood boil, and yeah, it was about $50-$60, so it made sense. But it was good. Okay, it was delicious. And that was basically my whole day in terms of meals. Pretty simple. It was a low carb day. Definitely needed, because yesterday, I don't know if I talked about it or not, but yesterday was a high carb day, and it was a struggle to get the meals in. It really was. So yeah, that's it. That's that. Oh, and I guess for my second workout, I ended up doing another walk outside. I did do my jump rope today. Today's jumps was 600. It'll be on the screen. 600 jumps. So that's that. Tomorrow's gonna be my Saturday and Sunday when it comes to the jump rope. But I think I'm just gonna take tomorrow off, which is Monday, and then do Tuesday through Saturday, because I want to get back to where my Sundays were just vibing, chilling, relaxing, and yeah, all that. Okay, so what did we read today? Today in the book, the 10 pages I read were all about routine, which, funny enough, I feel like I have a really good routine when it comes to Monday through Friday, the work week. Simply because, work out at 5 a.m., breakfast, work, and then whatever else happens. So I feel like I have a good routine when it comes to during the week. But on the weekend, it's like, whatever, wake up whenever, do whatever, no real plans, just go with the flow kind of thing. And so one of the things I want to start getting into is waking up at the same time every day. If I woke up every day at 4:20 like I do now, can you imagine how much more productive my days would be on the weekends? That'd be amazing. On the weekends, I'm literally rolling out of bed whenever. So it was all about routine, and one of the first things he says is, when you wake up, you want to wake up and say the following. As you wake up, think of this: I am fortunate to be alive. I have a precious human life, and I am not going to waste it. Not going to waste it scrolling on Instagram. Not going to waste it scrolling on TikTok. Fun fact: I downloaded TikTok. I thought I was gonna be posting on TikTok, and then I ended up spending so much of my time on TikTok. When I look at my screen time, I was doing hours a day on TikTok. And so yeah, that had to be deleted. And then my Instagram, I'm on and off, and then sometimes when I'm on too long, so I'm going to delete it for the week and maybe leave it as like a Sunday app when I'm just chilling doing nothing. And both of those apps I've replaced with Duolingo, so I can get my Spanish skills going. Hola, ¿cómo estás? And I even paid for the, is it premium? The pro version of Duolingo, because I figure if I paid for it, I'm more inclined to do it. So let's hope so. So, if I'm going to be spending time on my phone, I want to be doing something productive. So now I can't tell you how many times a day I pick up my phone and there's no Instagram or there's no TikTok. At one point, I deleted YouTube, and I think I'm going to do that again and just leave it as a weekend app, because it's so easy when you pick up your phone to just waste time scrolling away. So that's it. Okay, so back to the whole routine thing. If you're like me, then you probably sacrifice sleep for a lot of things. Like right now, I should be sleeping, but that didn't exactly happen. Today didn't exactly go according to plan. It started going to, and then towards the end of the day, it's like all these things came up. So whatever. One of the quotes from the book, I forgot who said it. He says like, our ability to get by on little sleep is a profound failure of self-respect and of priorities. So saying, you know, I'm going on 4 hours, 5 hours is nothing to boast about. It's a little embarrassing because it means that you and I, we struggle to prioritize things, including ourselves. So starting tomorrow, I'm going to start implementing some of the little tips that he suggests. And one of the things he suggested, and you can do this with me, is first, wake up an hour earlier. Y'all, when I read that sentence, I'm thinking to myself, I'm already waking up at 4:20. An hour earlier would mean 3:20. What are you talking about? Like, I can't see myself waking up at 3:20. But then again, maybe 3-4 years ago, I didn't see myself waking up and working out at 5 a.m. either. But here we are. So I'm not going to jump into waking up at 3:20 right away. I'm going to start doing it by 15-minute increments, which is what he suggests. So instead of waking up at 4:20 tomorrow, I have to wake up at 4:05. Which means technically I should be trying to get to bed by 8:05. I don't know about that. But right now we're going to wake up at 4:05, which is 15 minutes earlier than what I would typically wake up at. And the whole idea of waking up at that time is to get yourself going. There was something he said about time. I don't think I wrote it down, but he said, you know, if you have just enough times, that means you don't have enough time. You know how sometimes you say, you know, I woke up, if you start work at 9 and then you wake up at 8:30 or 8 a.m. and then you're frantically getting things ready and you're like, oh, just in the nick of time. That means you don't have time. So the idea here with this hour, ideally, that you're waking up earlier, is you have time for yourself, you have time to get a sip of coffee, you have time to tidy up before you leave the house, which is something I could definitely work on. And then there's 4 things he suggests that you do. Make time for yourself. And T is for thankfulness. So take some minutes to just, you know, express your gratitude towards God, the universe, or whoever you pray to. Or if you don't pray, just take some time to, you know, acknowledge what you have. The fact that you woke up in a bed, most people don't. The fact that you woke up with a roof over your head, most people don't. Or, you know, the fact that you woke up, that's something to be thankful about. Insight. I forgot what that one was, and the book is too far, so I'll put up on the screen what he meant by insight. And I think insight is just really just being aware of what you do have. Meditation, and for meditation, so, you know, 15 minutes closing your eyes, visualizing your day, visualizing your week, or visualizing the life that you want, just breathing exercises, mindfulness, you know. And then E for exercise. So whatever that means for you, whether it's stretching, yoga, or a full-on HIIT workout, whatever it means to you. So yeah, that was a morning routine. And then for the evening routine, he suggests that, well, the main idea here is your evenings define your morning, right? So if the night before you prepare for the gym by packing your bag and things like that, then in the morning you're not waking up like scrambling to find things. Most days, your day, the tone of your day is typically set by how you wake up. You know, so why not wake up peaceful, ready to conquer the day? He suggests that you aim to be in bed between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. I fail at that every single day, but that's definitely something I'm going to start implementing starting tomorrow. I'm going to try to make it to bed between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. Create a to-do list for the next day. I'm the type of person where my mind will just run. I'll lay in bed and my mind just runs. But since January 1st, I know I showed you guys the little journal that I bought, but I've been writing in that every day. So I write 2 to 3 things I'm thankful for or grateful for that particular day. And then I'll put a little to-do list or some notes or something and that on that same page. And that seems, even though I don't get most of the things on the to-do list done, just writing it down does calm my mind and I do fall asleep faster. The next thing is to pick out your clothes for the morning. If you go to work, then lay out your clothes. If you work from home, then still lay out something to wear, you know, things like that. And then, and that way, the reason he wants you to prepare for the morning, the night before, is because in the morning, you don't have to make trivial decisions. The less decisions you have to make when you first wake up, the better your day will be. And then go to sleep happily. Send positivity into the universe. Reflect on something positive that happened that day, and don't go thinking like, oh my gosh, I forgot to buy this present or that present. So the way you go to sleep is how you wake up. So go to sleep peacefully with happy thoughts, and you wake up peacefully and happy thoughts. I can't tell you how many times this week I've gone to bed like exhausted, and of course I've woken up exhausted. So yeah, keep that in mind. And then the other thing is really when it comes to your phone, and this is something I've definitely improved this year alone, is the night before, make time where you're not on your phone. Like, turn off the screen, put it away. This includes like a television screen, and just make time where you unwind for the day. And then in the morning, do the same thing. Do not reach for your phone first thing in the morning. If necessary, maybe you can invest in a separate alarm. That way you're not tempted to look at your phone. Or you could do like me, just delete all the apps you tend to go to, and then go from there. So, oh yeah, and one thing that's also important is if you do wake up with an alarm, making sure that it's as peaceful as possible. The goal for having a morning routine is to get to the point where we don't need an alarm to wake us up. Your body just naturally just wake up, because with the alarm, you're kind of forcing yourself to wake up, and if your body wakes up before it's ready to, that can cause some kind of stress as well. And yeah, that was the reading today. I really enjoyed it. Excuse me. I really enjoyed the reading today, and there's a lot of takeaways from it, and I'm definitely going to start making my mornings a little bit more intentional and my evenings a bit more intentional as well, and just kind of changing up my morning routine and evening routine to make it fit. So yeah, I feel like my eyes were closed most of this video. That's because the later I record, the more sensitive my eyes are, and these lights are bright AF. But yeah, I hope you had a great day. I hope you made good choices. And that's it. Oh, you know what? I keep saying, oh, you know what? Y'all, today on day 11 of 75 hard round 3, I almost forgot to take my selfie. I walked in, like the tripod I record on, I adjusted to different heights for taking a selfie when I'm recording the outro or whatever. And I walked in and noticed it was set for my like end of the day. And then I looked over at my little board. It was set on day 10. And I was like, bruh, I forgot to take my selfie today. So yeah, I take that. So I'm definitely more bloated than I would like. But I think YouTube has been paying attention to that, because when I logged on today, guess what? A commercial I saw, something to relieve bloat. So yeah. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you make good choices. And until I see you in the next one, good night. Good night. Good night. Good night, guys.